A dry seed can sit in an envelope for years without moving, eating, or visibly growing. A flame moves, consumes fuel, releases waste, and can spread. So, which one is alive? Biologists call the seed alive and the flame non-living. That feels surprising because the flame performs several lifelike actions. The puzzle reveals our central idea. Life is identified by a coordinated pattern, not by one dramatic behavior. Biologists classify life using a pattern of evidence. Living systems are cellular. They use energy and matter through metabolism, regulate conditions through homeostasis, grow and develop, respond to the environment, reproduce, and store hereditary information in DNA. Across generations, populations also evolve. No single item works alone. It is the organized combination and the biological system behind it that matters. Every organism is made of one or more cells. A cell is not just a container, it is an organized boundary filled with interacting chemicals. Metabolism includes the reactions that obtain nutrients, build molecules, release usable energy, and remove waste. A flame also uses fuel, but combustion is not a regulated cellular network. In life, matter and energy are managed by coordinated reactions inside cells. Living systems keep internal conditions within useful ranges. This is homeostasis, not perfect constancy. When your body warms, sensors detect the change, signals activate sweat glands, and evaporation removes heat. Sweating is therefore both a response and part of homeostasis. Growth and development follow organized biological programs, while responses connect changing conditions to actions that support survival. DNA carries hereditary information. Reproduction allows that information to continue, but not every living individual must personally reproduce. A sterile worker ant is still alive because it belongs to a biological system that maintains the full pattern. A dormant seed and a hibernating bear may show little visible activity, yet metabolism and regulation continue. Over generations, inherited variation lets populations evolve. Biology works across nested levels. Atoms join into molecules. Large biological molecules help build organelles, and organelles function inside cells. Similar cells can form tissues. Tissues build organs, organs cooperate in organ systems, and organ systems sustain an organism. Each arrow represents new interactions, not merely larger size. Organization is what connects one level to the next. Now zoom outward. Organisms of one species in one place form a population. Interacting populations form a community. A community together with water, air, soil, climate, and other non-living conditions forms an ecosystem. All ecosystems together make up the biosphere. This hierarchy lets biologists trace how a small change can produce consequences across much larger scales. Use this visual as a zoom map. DNA, cell, cardiac tissue, heart, frog, and wetland. A change in DNA can alter a protein. That protein may change a cell. Many affected cells can change tissue or heart function. The organism's behavior or survival may then change. If the effect spreads through a population, relationships in the wetland ecosystem can shift too. When simpler parts interact, a new capability can appear. One cardiac protein cannot pump blood. A single muscle cell can contract, but it cannot circulate blood through a body. Millions of organized cells create tissue, and multiple tissues form chambers and valves. Together, they make a heart that pumps. Pumping is an emergent property. It depends on the parts, but belongs to their organized system. Life is both unified and diverse. A bacterium, an oak tree, and a human all rely on DNA, cell membranes, ribosomes, and many related chemical pathways. Evolution has modified that shared toolkit into strikingly different structures and ways of living. Diversity does not erase life's common architecture, and unity does not mean every organism looks or functions the same way. Apply the pattern to a robot. It may sense obstacles, use electricity, and move, but those lifelike behaviors are not enough. It lacks the complete cellular, metabolic, hereditary, and evolutionary organization of life. Remember three ideas. Life is recognized by a pattern of evidence. Biology is organized into nested levels. And interactions among parts create emergent properties. Together, those ideas explain what makes life alive.